Hey guys, it's Jessica from Pieces of Books, and today I'm here with a requested video actually. I recently posted my video about my top 4 reads that I was really excited about on my Kindle, and I am obsessed with stalking Amazon. I get emails from different subscriptions telling me what books are on sale on Amazon for Kindle, and I love finding free books, I love finding 99-cent books. There's some authors that are like, all their books today only are 99 cents, and I don't let myself buy too many, and then when they go back up, I'm like, why didn't I buy all of them? Because I want to read more of that author, but I only bought 2 and I should have bought like 5, and it's hard, okay? It's really hard to decide what to buy for your Kindle, what not to buy for your Kindle. So I have decided to do a video of my top 5 books that I've read on my Kindle app. Like I said, I do read on my iPad, and I don't actually have a Kindle because I really want to get the Kindle Paperwhite, because the bad thing about my Kindle is that like if I was reading outside, it just like has that glare, and I think that the Kindle Fire has that glare too because it's more of like a touchscreen kind of thing, and the Kindle Fire does like everything my iPad does anyways. So I really want to wait until I can get the Kindle Paperwhite, and I think that's gonna go on sale probably during Black Friday. They just had it during the Amazon sale, but I don't know if it'll go cheaper for Black Friday, so I'm just gonna wait to see what I can do. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys the 5 favorite books I've read on my Kindle app on my iPad. Number 1 is a recent read, and this was an author whose books were all 99 cents per day, and I only got 2, and I'm kicking myself for doing that because I want to read like every book she's ever written now, and that's Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. I'm reading Becoming Colder right now, and it's really good because I read this and loved it. So it's about a girl named Bree who's like running from something. She's from Ohio, and she decides to just take off and travel over to the East Coast and stay on a lake where her family would vacation. She's like, well, it's the only place that I remember being happy. So she went there, rented out a house, just got a job as a waitress, and she runs into Archer, who just is this mysterious guy who doesn't talk to her, and she's like, okay, I don't know if I did something, like he's not talking, and then she figures out that he can't talk, and her father is deaf, and she knows sign language, so she goes out of her way to kind of befriend Archer and learns a lot about him. He's not just this recluse that everybody just writes off. He actually does have hopes and dreams and feelings, and it's just so good. It's so good. I really liked it, and it's just so cute. I mean, I really love books about characters who are different. Like maybe Someday by Colin Hoover is one of my favorites, and Ridge is deaf, and so Archer can't speak, and it's just such a cute romance. I mean, there's a little bit predictability near the end, but I mean, it is so good and so cute, and just so, you just want them to be together, and they're just both so damaged, and he has secrets that are slowly revealed, but not like annoyingly slowly revealed. They're like actually good slowly revealed. So good. Definitely read Archer's Voice. Going in a slightly different direction, another one of my favorites was Pucked by Helena Hunting. I love hockey romances, like that's my thing. And this one is hilarious. So Violet's stepbrother, I'm pretty sure, is actually on the hockey team, and she hates going to hockey games. Her job, I think, has to do with hockey. I don't remember what she does. She said it's something with like money or something. And she goes to a game, and Alex is there, and he's one of the hockey players, and he's known for like getting with the girls, and they instantly click. She kind of has like a makeout sesh with him at their team dinner thing, and then he comes by the hotel room, and things kind of heat up from there. But the main girl is so funny. It's like kind of like crass at times, I want to say, but like in a really funny way. It's like, it's so funny. Yes, there's sex in it, but it's funny. It's a laugh out loud book. I can't wait to read the rest. Helena Hunting is an awesome writer. Definitely a lot of steam, lots of hockey players, lots of hockey playing, which I love. Great romance, and it's just more of the funny, just lighter side of romance, which I really loved. So if you want a funny, lighter side, check out Pucked. The next one is actually one that is free on Kindle, and I got it because Sarah from Words with Sarah, my like best friend ever, was like, you have to read this series. These are my favorite authors ever. So I had the first book on my iPad for a while, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll finally bite the bullet, and that's Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This book, like I said, is free, but it's the first one in like 6-book series or something, 7 books, I don't know. And it's about a girl and a guy who are both addicted. So the girl's addicted to sex, and he's addicted to alcohol, and they've been in this kind of fake relationship for a while, but they've been best friends for forever. They told their parents they're dating, so their parents stay off their back so they can hide their addictions from their parents and still be able to like have their addictions, and so like they don't judge each other because they both have their own faults. And that's a very bad kind of relationship, like poisonous relationship, because you just let the other person bask in their addiction and make it okay for them to be addicted. Like they both need help, but they both let each other be addicted. So it's really hard, but then they kind of see that they really kind of like each other, but that's such a toxic relationship if they both have such bad addictions. Can they really be in a real relationship? And so it's so good. And I'm freaking out that I haven't read the rest of the series yet, but they're like $3 each, so hopefully I can soon read that series. But these books are amazing, and you definitely, if you haven't already, download the first book because it is free. Kristen and Becca Ritchie are like the best writers ever, and I can't wait to read more of their books. The next one is also a hockey one, but it is in college, and that is The Year We Fell Down by Serena Bowen. She is becoming one of my favorite authors ever. This is about a girl named Corey who's in a wheelchair. She used to play hockey. Whoa. She used to play hockey, but then she was in a really horrible hockey accident and lost control of her legs, and she's like kind of has a little feeling so she can kind of go around on crutches, but she mostly has to be in a wheelchair, and she really wants to go to the school where her brother went, and she's like, I'm still going. I don't care if I'm in a wheelchair. I don't care if you guys are like really worried about me. I'm going to go to college. And she's really trying to like revamp her life and not just be the sad girl in the wheelchair, and so she does go to college, but she's in the handicap dorm, well, with the handicap rooms, and so she's across the hall from a guy who's on crutches, and his name's Adam, and he's a hockey player, and he was doing something stupid and broke his leg, so he's on crutches, and so she and Adam kind of start a friendship that's really awesome, but she obviously likes him for more, but he has a girlfriend, and so the first night she moves in, she like meets him with his girlfriend moving him in, and so she's like, oh, well, he's totally off the limits, but that doesn't stop her from falling for him. They have a really, really, really cute relationship. Like, they have so much fun together. They can be themselves around each other. They can tell their insecurities to each other, and he doesn't make her feel bad about being in a wheelchair, and it's so good. She's got to really deal with being in a wheelchair for the rest of her life, not being able to play hockey, and not being sure if any guys ever going to look at her like they used to again, and like they look at girls like Adam's girlfriend. It's so good, and I can't wait to read the rest of the series. I got this when it was free on Kindle, but I just looked back and it's back up to $2.99. If it ever goes back on free, you have to get this book. Even pay the $3. It's so worth it. And I know there's like 5 books in this series that I haven't gotten to yet, but the first one is amazing, and it does have hockey in it, but it's a lot more about their relationship in college and her just trying to become normal again and deal with what she's going through and deal with liking a guy who's got a girlfriend. So definitely read this book. The last one on this list is another Krista and Becca Ritchie book, and that is Amor Amor, and I got this when it was 99 cents, and I was really excited because I was like, I loved Addicted to You, so I can't wait to read something else new from them. And this is about a girl named Tora who, she's a gymnast in school. She goes to Ohio State, and she's a gymnast and doesn't want to be a gymnast anymore. She wants to just go out there and just live and be an acrobat, and it's like the circus acts in Vegas. So she flies to Vegas for auditions. She's never done it before. She's just a gymnast, but she really wants to try doing it. And so her first night there, she kind of like has a moment with this guy named Nikolai who does these acts in clubs and dares people to like, if you can beat me at this, then you get something, you get to do something to me and I get to do something to you. And so she bets him and something happens to her. I don't want to ruin it because it's just awesome. And Nikolai is just a hunk times 100. He's just a big brooding Russian who's a gymnast and who doesn't want to like her but does, and he's like has to be the protector of his family because his family's got issues. It's just so good. It's just so good. There's going to be a second book that I'm really excited for. And Nikolai looks like he's just like big bad brooding on the outside, but he does have a heart and he really does care about his family. And Tora kind of goes along for the ride for him, trying to figure out how to deal with his family. And she really needs to try to practice to be as good as she needs to be to make the act. And so Nikolai starts training her. She's got to go on these auditions and try to like outshine everybody else, show the passion along with the skill. And so it's just so good. And if you really like circus kind of things that's not really common out there, you should definitely read Amor Amor. So I know I said I was going to do 5, but I recently read this book and I got it from NetGalley, so it is not coming out until I think September, but it's so good, and that's Rookie Move by Serena Bowen. I read this in a day, so she's the one who wrote The Year We Fell Down, so the Ivy League series, which is about a bunch of hockey players in college. I think this is a character from one of those books, but when he leaves college and is going on to the big guys, and so it's about Leo and Georgia, and so it's a second chance romance novel, so they dated all through high school, were madly in love, had such a passionate romance, and then senior year, the day they graduate, Georgia decided to break up with him because she went through something really traumatic and she felt like she was just bringing him down, that he was only there for her because of her trauma, and they weren't even happy anymore, so they broke up. Fast forward 6 years, and she is the PR person for a hockey team that her dad just got hired to be the head coach of. So she's like, well, crap, now it's like my dad's at my company, and then in walks Leo, and she's like, crap, what the heck is going on? I'm trying to prove myself to be the head of the PR person. This is my test. In her first press conference, just like is really funny what happens, but Leo is like, I still love you, like, you broke my heart. I never fell out of love with you. I don't know why we broke up, but I was just respecting your wishes. Leo is such a sweetheart. He is so good. Like, normally they've got these big bad guys who are womanizers until they meet the right woman, but Leo's not like that. Leo is just so kind-hearted. He wants the best for Georgia. He does everything he can to give her the best, and he's very patient with her. He's like, I'm only going as far as you want me to go. I'm not going to force myself on you. I'm not going to force anything. That stops when you want it to. It starts when you want it to, and he's just such a sweetheart. He does such the sweetest things for her, and she can't believe that he's so sweet. Oh my gosh, I buddy read this with Sarah, and we were fighting over Leo the whole time. We're like, he is mine because he is perfect. And they have so much hockey in this book, which I love. Not enough sports romances have enough of the sports in the romances, and so they do a lot of hockey in this. I love that part so much, and all the characters are awesome. Like, we were talking, like, who's gonna get their next book? I hope it's this person, but I hope it's this person. So Serena Bowen does a great job of making great side characters that you fall in love with to continue on the series. I know there's at least gonna be 3 books in this series, but maybe more because it's amazing. So when it goes on sale in September, you have to read this book. And those are my 5+1 upcoming release that have been my favorites ever on my Kindle app that I read on my Kindle. A lot of these are on sale a lot of the time, so you just gotta keep your eye out for these, because when they go on sale for 99 cents, snatch them up, because that is a good deal for a book. Let me know down below if you loved any of these books, or if you have recommendations for me. If you've read free books on Kindle that you like, let me know. I will definitely go and download it, because I'm not afraid to download any free books, because they're just going to stack up on my Kindle and I can read them whenever I want. If you know any good 99-cent sale books, I would love to hear. I know some authors just recently went on sale for 99 cents that I got, so I would love to hear more. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.